Hey, did you know we're also on Spotify? You can listen to No Offsides on Spotify while you're busting out reps in the gym, driving to your next tournament, mowing the lawn to gain brownie points with your wife because you're always gone at tournaments, or while you're getting in some much needed shooting and stick handling practice. So if you're into multitasking, make sure to follow us on Spotify, where you can listen to all of our awesome content on the Spotify app. And legend has it that we almost get as many listeners as Joe Rogan. They even say that Joe Rogan himself has begun listening to the No Offsides podcast since recently falling in love with the beautiful game of roller hockey, and he'll even soon have us on as guests, which is pretty cool. So be like Joe Rogan and listen to the No Offsides podcast on Spotify. What's up, Rink Rats? It's Woody. I'm here to tell you that this week's episode is brought to you by Champion Hockey. If you're looking for quality wheels, sticks, bags, and apparel, then look no further. Champion Hockey has everything you need to look and play like a champion. Check out top-of-the-line Legacy Series sticks and wheels and upgrade your game without breaking the bank. Go to champion.hockey to purchase your gear now, and make sure to check out Champion on Instagram at Champion Hockey to stay updated with products and events. Champion Hockey. Look like a champion.
No offside.
Welcome back for another week, another episode of No Offsides podcast, sponsored by Champion Hockey. I'm Dan Dean.
I'm Justin Wood.
And this is our fantastic guest from New York. They're Northerners. They're awesome people. It's Phil and Wanda from Impact. How are you doing?
What's up, y'all?
So, Justin, before we came on, I was going to say the one person you don't want to make mad is Wanda.
Uh-oh.
And so, and I kind of jumping around, but it's especially when there's food on the line. The team. So tell me about this, because we'll get into whole Impact Eats in a little bit, but Impact's pretty tight-knit group, and I got to experience it when we went to Nasty Cup, and I got to play with y'all, and it was a fantastic time. But I'm more interested in kind of, you know, where the whole Impact name came from, and, you know, how it started.
So pretty much when I was younger, my dad and this other guy came together. They made a Impact team. It was sponsored by Impact Environmental. So that's where the Impact name came from.
Okay.
It only lasted a couple of years, and then it kind of died out. Fast forward, I started playing roller hockey again as I stopped for like 5 years. I started playing again right in like 2015. And right around then, I was jumping on other teams, playing for a couple different organizations out there. And I wasn't really happy with what I was seeing. So 2017 it was. I started Impact Up again.
Okay.
We jumped on with Rink Rat Hockey at the time. They sponsored the team. And ever since then, we are now affiliated with Champion Hockey, Unified Gameware, Alkali, and Sport Compact Warehouse are our main sponsors for Impact now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Rink Rat Impact does not have as much of a flow as, nothing against Rink Rat, but it doesn't have much of a flow than Champion Impact.
I agree.
So, I mean, nothing against the product or anything, but I'd say just for the namesake, definitely a better choice.
100%.
So what, I mean, was there a reason why you kind of went on a hiatus, or, you know, anything? I mean, if it's anything personal, you don't have to speak on it.
So I started working nights. So I was working anywhere from 3 p.m. to midnight. Sometimes we would work till 3 a.m. the next morning. I could be there till 7 a.m. in the morning. That was Monday through Friday. Most leagues run Monday through Friday. So it was kind of hard. And the only league I was able to play in once in a while was at sports arena, which isn't known for roller hockey anymore, they had a midnight league where they played at 11, 12, and 1 a.m. So I was lucky if I was able to get down there once in a while to play.
All right, and if you love this show, then you will also love the College Roller Foundation. The College Roller Foundation is a volunteer-run, tax-exempt 501c3 nonprofit organization that exists solely to raise and distribute funds to deserving college roller hockey student athletes in the form of scholarships. The College Roller Foundation isn't a tournament series, league, championship, governing body, or sanctioning agency, but rather works with partners to host events to raise and distribute all those dollar bills to roller players who also like to get their academia on. By raising money through donations and divvying out these scholarships to the players, the College Roller Foundation seeks to grow the game of roller in college. And if you're interested in finding more info, helping out, or donating, please visit www.collegerollerfoundation.com and make sure to follow them on Instagram at College Roller Foundation. College Roller Foundation, growing the roller game one scholarship at a time. It's time to join a revolution in roller with US Roller Cup, a premier roller hockey tournament series. The US Roller Cup is led by a passion for the sport. US Roller Cup is driven to create an unparalleled experience for players, fans, and coaches alike. With a focus on promoting roller hockey at all levels from youth to professional, we are committed to growing the game and fostering a sense of community within the roller hockey world. To find out more information, find tournaments near you, or to sign up for an upcoming tournament, go to www.usrollercup.com and be sure to follow USRC on Instagram at US Roller Cup. US Roller Cup. A revolution in roller.
Not that anyone, I don't know, how many people have experienced going to Long Island, and because you guys seem to have a few rinks up there, right? I mean, you have, I can't remember the rinks because it's been so long, but you have at least 2 indoor rinks, right?
Right. We technically have 3. One's in the Hamptons. It's kind of far away. It's about an hour and a half from us. I don't think many people play there, but P-House sometimes used it as a rink. It's a beautiful facility, but it's just so far out for most guys. Then you have Rapid Fire Arena, and you have Skate Safe USA. Those are the 2 main rinks on Long Island that everybody goes to.
Okay. I mean, out of the 2, if we're gonna go with like surface or board play, what's your favorite to play between the 2?
So rapid fire surface, if they keep it clean. That's okay. The biggest thing among the players is they bought a brand new still mat surface, but they don't clean it often. So it's very dusty. People start slipping, and that's that. Skate Safe, on the other hand, is a little bit of a bigger rink, but they have old sport court tile. Gotcha. And the puck likes to jump up here and there. But the still mat, obviously, if you've played on it before, you know it's pretty much top of the line what you want to be playing on.
Yeah, it's probably one of the quicker rinks. Yeah, but at the same time, from playing out in Tennessee that elements, dust, pollen,
right?
That rink does not hold up very well to that. So yeah, keeping it clean definitely would definitely advise.
Right.
So yeah, I don't blame you for hating having a dusty rink, because no one likes that. and you look at it, you look how many rinks don't take care of their surface and they let dust build up, and when you get off certain rinks, you just know that your wheels are just going to be covered in dust, and then it just gets everywhere.
Of course.
And then if you've gone to nationals, the dust even gets on the bench, and the benches become just dusty. So it's the one part that gets forgotten somehow. But if I got to bring them just a push mop, I will. But
you might have to operate it.
I might have to. You're right. On our rink, at least we get the dry mops and we just mop puddles with them anyway. So kind of used to it. But you mentioned Piha in there, and I know you have several teams that play Piha. And so, I mean, I guess I just want to start out with I haven't really followed much of Piha lately. I did see the Pro Championship because it was live streamed. How did y'all do this season?
So we had a better season for semi-pro this season. Last season we did not look good at all. Wanda, you can say what you want to say about that.
Good, Wanda. Yeah, I want to hear your opinion.
How do you feel about
Well-
last season?
Well, they know because I've told it to them, but we looked old and slow last season. 22, we're talking.
Okay.
We definitely needed to make some changes. We brought some younger guys up from minors this season. Definitely did much better. We added some new guys. I mean, we came up short, but we made playoffs. It was a good run. They look good. There was a big break in between our last regular season game and then playoffs. And, you know, sometimes you lose that momentum then having 6 weeks off or so. But
I mean, one word to describe 2022 season. Just one word. Any word. Any word you want.
so the first one that came to mind was just it's not even a word, but that's how 22 went.
Okay. And so one word that you describe 2023 semi-pro Piha.
I'm a tough critic, so I'm gonna be like,
That's fine. I know you are. It's, okay. All right. Okay.
It
So
was a step in the right direction.
right.
okay. All right. I mean, hey, as long as movement in the right direction's good. And
Right.
it went from to I mean, no one wanted for the short period of time that I've known her. That's I've heard worse.
Right.
Yeah, what are you seeing as the problem? Chemistry? What is it?
Well, she mentioned this year having about a month and a half, 2 months off in between our last games compared to playoffs. We don't find our groove. I mean, if you have momentum going in and you're doing well and then you don't play for a while, it hurts. It hurts with chemistry. Especially when we have a couple guys. We have a guy in Rhode Island. We have a guy in Connecticut. We have guys all over the Long Island. If they're not always playing together, this is the only time they really play together.
Gotcha.
Then as far as minor goes, 2022 minor team did very well. They lost in the finals for the PA finals to a PA team, the Scream. That went to a best of 3 series. They came up a little short. This year, again, we were one of the favorite teams in minor. And they kind of did a little different setup this year since there's more minor divisions out there now. They're sending the minor to Colorado to play for the whole finals. We lost in our bracket to the Suffolk Sting in our conference. They're the team to beat. Realistically, in my eyes, the winner of us and them should most likely win the whole thing for PI Minor. Because I want to say the New York teams are a little bit stronger. The only other team I see possibly competing is the Champion Panda team out of Jersey. Because they're still in the Northeast. They still have a lot of talent out here. But I just think the Sting probably is going to want taking it this year.
Okay. I mean, it's a good prediction. We'll hold you to it.
Okay.
I mean, so I love that there's Piha now in the Southeast, right?
Yeah, I was hoping you get into this.
And so the one thing I do not like about the Southeast division
I knew it.
is that it's a draft. It's draft
Right.
teams. And right there, I already think, and you could chime in on your opinion on this. If you're drafting teams, you are at a disadvantage.
Right.
And so, as much as the one team the top team in the division didn't even win the championship.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they lost in the finals. And but the other issue is the cost of rink time and the very few amount of rinks down here. They had to play at a almost kind of like Nashville, where it's covered, but it's got open sides. So
Right.
when moisture got in, their games got canceled, and they had like 3 weeks in a row where it rained every weekend.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it sucks, but also at the same time, for guys, I mean, I'm 3 hours from Atlanta. Me and Justin both are, and so I'm not going to go down there and drive 3 hours for 3 weekends in a month to play with some random guys and not people that I know. And so, I mean, if possible, we there's a slight chance that I've talked with CJ, and so we're trying to figure out more expansion in the Southeast,
Okay.
and trying to figure out how that can work, because we do have we have 1 or 2 rinks in South Carolina that might work for if we can get like 4 more teams in a division.
Okay.
So who knows?
Yeah.
We could see some of you.
That's awesome. That'd be great.
Yeah. So, but I can say my sandbagging brother plays on that champion Panda team, and I don't know. He shouldn't be playing in minor, and he tends to do this where he plays on lower divisions, and I hate it.
Destroys.
Yeah, and I hate it because it's like, what are you doing with yourself? Play up. So
it was their first season. They want to see where they are. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do. Get your feet wet and then go from there. If they went to semi-pro and made that jump, where they have a really crappy season, they don't want to play next season.
Yeah, that's true.
At least it's room to grow. I mean, I just throw it out there too. We beat their team during the regular season, so you can rub that in his face.
Fantastic. I definitely will. Well, here's the thing: is some of the Panda guys started listening to the pod, so they weren't happy the last time I slandered my brother, and I'm just going to continue to do it almost every episode now.
It's all love. It's all love.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, he did it, and I finally got him. I got him so much in his own house leagues. He was playing in lower divisions, and so I was just like, dude, what are you doing? Go play in the draft league at Highline. And he finally did it. It took him 3 years, but he's a slow learner, I guess.
This is the Jimmy Dean slander hour.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, that's awesome. It sucks that Impact wasn't able to go further, because I feel like when people see the name Impact, that it's pretty well known these days. You guys travel pretty large. Wanda's pretty loud, so you guys are pretty known wherever you go.
Yeah, and if anybody doesn't know, we live stream all the games, and now they're on Facebook and YouTube. If you want a good laugh, I'll give you something to
good
laugh
commentary.
Wanda's head coach and recorder, and will tell you if you want commentating, you chime in, and she's probably like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah, we could probably make a highlight reel of me just yelling at guys to skate.
She's been saying this too, and she hasn't done it. I've been waiting.
Wanda's words of wisdom.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe we can make that a segment on this show. We'll just pull little clips of you screaming at people.
I think I chimed in one game, I think it was, and it was like, it was something along the lines of like, you guys need to fucking skate or something like that. And it was like between the periods, and I was like, yes. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot more off camera too when I go in the locker room and yell at guys or whatever. I've definitely had some moments.
How do the guy? I mean, when you get new guys, I mean, is it soft entry, or is it just like you just tell them how it is?
Nope. I mean, so one of the guys we moved up from minors to semi, his name is Josh. He's young, he's talented, but to me, he doesn't skate. He's lazy. He knows, and I will go over and I'll like pull the hair out of his helmet and yell at him. So we picked up this other kid from minor who's also named Josh, and I told him that your name is Josh, and I don't like your name, so you've got a lot going against you already. Welcome to the team.
Nice. So because his name's Josh, he's already taken the brunt of the other Josh. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, he's got a tall ladder to climb. No, it's great. That's awesome. I mean, what I guess you guys are, for next year, you're probably, already in your minds, right, for PHA. You guys, got to throw 2 teams in again. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, awesome. I mean, gosh, it's been what? I mean, that's been since I played with Impact at Nashville. That's been what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't this past year, it was last year, the year before.
Yeah. So, I mean, talking about tournaments, you guys do a decent amount every year. I mean, how'd you, like 2023? I mean, how'd you guys do in some of the tournaments you went into?
I mean, we won a few of them, and we came close on a couple of them too. We did Nashville again this past year. Our 35s team won again. It was second year in a row. We went up with a men's team with 6 guys and a goalie. 3 of us playing 2 divisions. The goalie playing 2 divisions.
Yeah.
We lost in the semifinals in overtime to the team that won it. And I think the final was 2-1 of that game after playing a back-to-back game with 35s. So we had a good chance in men's, but didn't get that far. We went to State Wars during the summer. We made a run with our 35s team. We lost in an overtime in the AA bracket for 35s.
Okay.
SummerSlam at Skate Safe. We won with our senior team. We had 2 senior teams. They actually played against each other in the semifinal.
Oh, nice.
That was fun. But it's one team had to win. And then what else do we have? Narch, we had a 16U team that won gold with a bunch of kids from PA that was kind of thrown together.
Okay.
And then our men's team won the silver division. That's pretty much it.
Which Narch tournament was that?
That was at Marple and I think May.
Okay.
And then we also had a couple guys represent from Impact that went and played Masters in Italy.
Yes.
On the 38 and over, and they won the gold for that division.
Yes. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
We had John Lemansky.
As I said, John. Yes. Yeah. That's the one.
And then both our 35 plus guys, Dan McGrath and Sean McGrath, also were playing.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you guys, like I said, you guys everywhere you go, you represent. There's you guys have plenty of talent throughout your organization.
Yeah, you're hitting a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
We try to do more of the State Wars stuff because it's easier to manage because everything is just out there already. I'm personally friends with Thompson and Timmy. So it's very easy just to text them, let them know we're going to be in and get things moving. And I honestly, not to bash any other tournaments or anything like that. I want to say State Wars runs their tournaments the best from my perspective.
Okay.
We've been to the finals for State Wars for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
They by far was the best ran tournament. Schedule wise, they do stats. They have the live barn stuff set up for you. They live stream the pro games. I mean, some of these other tournaments don't even live stream.
Yeah.
How do you not live stream even the pro division for that? It's crazy for the amount of money people are spending. People want to watch this. This is how we grow the sport.
Yeah.
And Not
And that's-
happening. It just sucks.
Yeah, and that's why we're No Offsides is actually in talks with USRC, US Roller Cup, come a couple weeks from now, of just us doing some live streaming for just the pro games.
Right.
And so expect, and trying to do as much content for pros so that everyone can see pro players play.
Right.
And so, and yeah, I can agree with you, is that it's either because they went for, it's like, oh, watch it on Live Barn, and Live Barn's not the greatest thing in the world, right?
But it's something.
It's something, yes. But at the same time, you have to pay for Live Barn, except for the 1 year. I think it was 1 year. State Wars maybe did some sort of discount code.
They do it every year. I think
every
they
year?
do it. If you're a player, you get it for free, but you have to let them know beforehand.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, I mean, realistically, if you're going, you can give your free thing to your family,
Yeah.
and they can watch back at home.
Yeah,
So,
no, I mean, it's, and every now and then you get like Roller Dad News does it on their phone, and that's cool and everything like that. You get nice up close. But at the same time, it's like they could just do it themselves,
right.
and they could put it up on their own. And I think Narch did it maybe once last year. Maybe they
Yeah,
put it on their YouTube channel.
They had the one rink, I think, going.
Yeah.
Not both rinks, just the one rink. And it would still, it doesn't show anything. Like State Wars, they have the whole thing. They have the scores up. They have the teams up. Like, it's awesome. And
Yeah.
then they do commentary too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to do the commentary with the other ones. Just get some type of live stream.
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, I mean, we're definitely, especially for US Roller Cup, going to be live streaming pro games. We're even in the works with US Roller Cup of something that pro divisions don't even do, is like live update scores, right? I mean, everyone wants to know what the pro games are doing instead of having to go on the website and look at the live feed for, the timing, which always doesn't usually sync up very well. Sometimes it does, but then, being able to just say, oh, I chimed in. Oh, look, it's 1-0 Impact. Oh, it's 2-0 Impact, right? And just kind of going from there and just see the stories. And, that's kind of what we're looking to hopefully push a new movement.
Good.
So now for this year, well, actually, I wanted to talk about, have you got, I mean, I get that. I mean, California's far, so I don't expect you guys to go to like Narch finals and stuff like that. But I mean, Florida's not really any closer. But have you guys ever gone to either of the national tournaments as Impact?
So I say every year I'm going to California for Narch. I say it every year. Last year we had a kid. This year it doesn't look like it's in the cards. But I haven't been to a Narch finals yet. The first year I went to State Wars, which was 4 years ago or 3, whatever it was. For State Wars.
Oh, tours.
State Wars.
Oh.
That was 3 years ago. First year we went to State Wars was St. Louis. That same year we went to tours for Florida.
Okay.
My experience with that, not to try to be like negative or like saying stuff, but it wasn't the best experience. Like, it was cool playing in Florida because there's tons of stuff to do.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about going to Florida, going to Cali. There's stuff to do in those areas. As far as the tournament goes, before the tournament, I had a concern because we played 2 divisions. We did 30 plus and we did men's. I'm like, what if we get this seed, then we're going to be on both ranks at this time? Well, the chances of that happening is slim to none. Guess what? It happened.
Yeah.
Go figure. So now we have to play a 30s game, and then back to back we have playoffs for the men's team. And then they made a change, so then we're on the same rank, but we're playing back to back, not at the same time.
Yeah.
So I guess they helped us out there. But also we had an issue where the main rink was, I guess, the ice underneath was melting.
Yep. Every year.
Yeah, every year. You think they would get something and figure something out so it doesn't happen every year. So we played the last game on that rink before they started canceling games for a while and delaying stuff. It literally, you could not skate. I'm surprised we even played out there. Like everybody could got hurt. That's plain and simple. It was skating on ice with roller wheels. Not a good look.
We had a guy go towards the boards, and I'm telling you, he went like straight horizontal, and he slipped and then fell. Like
Cartoon-esque.
Yeah.
Right. And then we were trying to find out when games would be back on, how we would know. We were told to look at the website, and we would find out from the website because we had another game later on that day on the same rink. Well, next thing you know, I'm getting a call at 5 minutes. We're on the rink. What do you mean? It says it's not updated. Well, we're supposed to be on the rink in 5 minutes as per my player, and we're getting forfeit if we're not there. So they asked for the captain's phone numbers, so they have my phone number there. Don't you think if you delay a rink and you get start winning a time, you would notify the captain, make sure these guys are there? So
100%.
we started with 3 guys and no goalie.
Oh God.
The other team shot the puck out. They were yelling at the refs because the refs was like, we have to play. And the other team, which was from there, I forget the name of the team. They were a Florida team. They were saying, we are the customers. Like, they shot the puck out. They called a timeout. Then timeout was over. We did it, called a timeout. And they didn't play until we got a goalie and at least another guy.
That's cool, though.
But it's crazy how this is a major tournament and we just can't communicate and run things properly. Has it been better since then? I don't know. I haven't been back to tours, and that's why I'm leery to go back to tours, especially at the same facility. If they have that issue again, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I could say I went last year. There was some, but it wasn't to that extent.
Okay.
So
hopefully they fix a couple things since then.
Actually, the issue was they ran out of pucks. So yeah.
Yeah, you might need a couple of those.
Yeah, just 2-week tournament. 50 will do, right?
It's because everyone was shooting them out to save time for the fact that they don't have any players.
Possibly. But like I said, like that was my only bad experience with tours. I've been to regional tournaments where it's fine.
Yeah.
But just spend all that money to go out there and then have that kind of experience, that's just the drawback. So if I ever do a tours event again, it'd probably be a regional. I probably wouldn't do a whole big event, even though I would love to go to Florida. I would love to go to Disney a couple days. Like I said, there's so much to do in Florida.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Cali.
I mean, maybe as the little guy gets a little older and he starts hopefully playing and he wants to go to those tournaments, we'll go back out to one of these.
Hey, making plans already.
Yes.
Just hope he's not a goalie, because then you got to pay a lot of money for equipment.
But they don't have to pay for any tournaments, so
that's true. That is a trade-off. They do get to play for free.
Some goalies. I make my guys pay. My
goalie just pays because he had one bad tournament, and now he just feels obligated to pay, even though I told him not to. So
I make them pay because also if they come down, if they don't, they say they're in, you pay for them, and then they don't show up. Then what do you do? At least they have some stake in the game.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you have planned out? Kind of what tournaments the Impact is planning on going to this year?
Yeah, we are doing Winter Wars East at Marple. We're doing SummerSlam at Skate Safe, and we're doing St. Louis again for the major state wars in the summer. And then they also posted Nashville again for next year. So we'll be doing Nashville again, and we'll probably hit a couple tournaments here and there as things go by. But those are the major ones we're pretty much looking at.
Seems like a pretty solid lineup you guys got going on there.
Right.
Real quick, we are going to hit our Wheels and Reels. They are our They've kind of partnered with them, and so every episode we like to highlight something that they put together, and we're just gonna send that out real quick. So we'll be right back after quick wheels and reels.
Yeah, this is a bunch of goalie saves and a huge blooper, so enjoy it.
Experience, felt, emotion.
Yeah.
Ideas are probably
Yeah.
Welcome back. Now, Phil and Wanda, you two have a solid youth program, and I enjoy seeing the photos of them. I enjoy seeing the content of them and watching them celebrate every win. Tell us a little bit about like what Impact Munchkins is.
So you can start that.
So it started out kind of as a joke. We were helping with Johnny Lemansky's son. Phil was doing some like one-on-one time with him. Then he got into, the basic beginner leagues, and we were going to watch him play. I'm standing on the sidelines and I see the coach. It was like they just pick a dad and he goes over there and he's not really paying attention. He's not yelling at anybody. And I'm like, what is he doing? Why is he not saying anything? What are we doing here? So hanging out with the Lemanskys, they were joking around about us coaching. And we were like, all right, maybe next season. I definitely didn't think it was going to take off. I didn't think it was going to be a thing. And then it blew up. So we started with those kids. What is it, 4 years ago now? 3 years ago.
We started in 2021.
Okay.
So we're almost at 3 years. And we've just kind of added more teams. We do roller and deck hockey. We had basic jerseys when we first started, and then when we switched over to Champion Impact, we got the men's jerseys. The kids were all super excited because we offered them jerseys. So it's fun. It's a lot, but it's a lot of fun watching these kids now too, like watching them grow up. Some of the kids started 3 years ago. They were 10. They're 13 and they're going through puberty. Like their voices are changing. And I'm like, oh my God, who are you? Their shin guards are like, there's this much space between the bottom of their shin guard and their ankle. Like, but it's a fun time.
I know guys that rock shin guards like that.
And I actually have an Impact Munchkin here. She's actually watching PJ right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab her, but her name is Bree Lemansky. She was our second signed Impact Munchkin.
Okay.
Hey,
She's currently playing Black Ice and Snipers in the
Nice.
roller tournaments and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And she was just named a champion athlete. So let me go grab her.
Sweet.
all
Awesome.
right.
Yeah.
So
We definitely have like a big family. It's not even just like us and the kids. It's like one big family.
yeah. So
That's beautiful.
Wanda, this one's for you because are you I'm guessing it's a different language when you speak and yell at the kids.
Yes. I don't curse. I'm still definitely tough on those kids. I'm not gonna say I'm not tough on them, but it's a little different, right? It's balancing, when to be strict with them and when to like encourage them. But I'm the mean coach, right? And some of these kids will say it. I have rules in between periods. Everybody gets on the bench and I do my little speech, and then you guys can come back in and talk. But
Hi.
definitely-
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
We hear that you're quite the athlete.
Yeah.
So
aw,
I guess that's cute.
is that a little jersey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stealing the
Yep.
spotlight. So We hear you're playing for Snipers and Black Ice.
Yeah.
How has that been going?
It's actually really fun. It's definitely like a good team to be playing on for
Is it-
travel hockey.
Is it like super competitive?
Yes.
It makes it more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you like? I guess. I mean, how old are you?
12.
Okay, so you're 12. Do you? I'm just trying to get in the mindset of a 12-year-old. Okay. Do you set yourself like goals that you want to achieve in hockey?
Yeah, I just don't want anybody getting past me in defense.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
I like this girl.
Justin's a defender.
Yeah, and that's my only goal ever. Just not let anyone else have any fun.
So
Yeah.
And I'm
mean-
gonna say she definitely plays, like, we call her a beast out there. She definitely is a tough. She's a tough defenseman. Like, she is got no
What,
problem
physical?
getting in the way.
Do you play physical?
Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes
awesome.
too much. Sometimes a little too much. But
You know, those boys definitely need that physicality. They need to be put in their place every now and then.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So that's awesome. I'm so glad for you. I'm glad you came on because we have been trying to highlight girls in roller hockey, and what better to have you as our first woman on our podcast.
Yeah.
So, we wish you the best of luck going forward. We wish that, you stop every person coming your way. We wish that if Wanda sends us a clip of you accidentally laying out a boy or any other player, we'll show it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Send them.
I appreciate that.
So, like I said, we are very happy to have you on. We appreciate Impact Munchkins, and you are, as of right now, you're the poster player for Impact Munchkins.
Thanks.
So, all I want to see now is when Impact Munchkins, when there is a poster put out, you front and center.
Oh yeah. So how long have you been playing?
Like 4 years.
4 years. That's
Very
it?
cool.
Yeah.
Did you start on deck hockey, or did you go right onto skating?
No, I was on deck hockey for like 3 years, but now like for roller, it's like my second year of playing.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
What's the difference between playing deck hockey and playing like actual roller hockey, like between just the game itself?
It's definitely different because I'm definitely used to like using a ball. So you have to get used to using puck, and then you have to get skating in and everything. It's hard.
Well,
Yeah.
and do you
I
work
was
on
gonna say there's totally different rules too. Like with the offsides, like it's so different than the 4-on-4 no offsides. There's icing when you play deck,
really?
and they get up in level. Yeah, there's offsides. So
One time, so when I lived in New Jersey, the one rink that I used to go to had deck hockey usually before the roller hockey started. And I was watching it a little bit, and some guy just took a full-on slap shot in his own corner to like dump it out. And it smacked the guy coming in, the guy attacking him, hit him right in the face. And then he just shook it off and continued playing. And I was like, deck hockey's a different beast. So
it only stings for a second, and it's gonna leave a welt, but you'll be fine. Get back out.
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
is there, besides skates, is there like different for deck hockey between roller hockey? Is there different equipment you have to wear, or is it very similar?
Well, some people wear pants for deck hockey, but it's not really you're supposed to do that. Like Austin does it. But no.
He wears hockey
Bro,
pants
in
over top
Austin.
of shin guards.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of weird. It's
We
a
got
little weird.
guys sometimes in our youth that put their pads on over khakis, so at least you're not doing that.
I mean, we had a kid play in Crocs 2 weeks ago because he forgot his sneakers. We had another kid in jeans because he forgot shorts. I mean, so we've
Yeah.
seen it too.
Is it like different elbow pads, or is it the same elbow pads?
No, you can use the same.
Okay. I'm just trying to gauge kind of like, different, like what is different about the sport besides the rules? Because it's not, you don't see deck hockey everywhere. So
Yeah.
True.
I know there's a big deck hockey league and they do tournaments, I think in like Chicago, because they've reached out to me and they're like, hey, do you guys want to play some deck hockey? And I'm like, I don't really want to run.
That's why I've always liked hockey, is because you can glide.
Oh, we got a question in the chat for you. Who is your favorite coach?
I like them both equally, but I feel like Wanda's better, like having like not presentations, like speaking out loud to everybody, and Phil's
Okay.
better one-on-one.
Okay. All right.
They're both even.
It depends on how she's playing that day and if I'm yelling at her.
She's good at
Okay.
speeches. Though.
Oh, okay. All right. So
That's important as a coach.
Wanda's got words.
And that's what I was going to say earlier that I miss about having a coach, and why I like when sometimes you guys come out and give us little speeches in our games. It's the funniest thing because you need somebody to kind of rally you, somebody outside the team to be like, what are you guys doing? Get your stuff together.
Yep. And I've definitely used my munchkins, and some of the things I've said to them, I will say to some of the minor guys or whatever, and then they're like, she's calling us 5-year-olds again. And I'm like, well, keep it simple, guys. Like, come on.
If you played better, you wouldn't get the speech.
Well, I don't know, because even in minors for their playoff game, they forced the overtime in game 2, and they won the overtime game 2 to make it to go to game 3. And I walked in that locker room and was like, you guys suck. You couldn't have won that before overtime. Come on.
Does she do that to you guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Well,
awesome.
just to me.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't come
Well,
into the
I told
team
her
and go,
I
you get,
suck.
she doesn't come in and tell the whole team, you guys suck right now?
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, I told her like I played really bad. She's like, yeah.
Hey, I mean,
She's
the
not
first thing
lying.
and the first thing about being a better player is being honest with yourself too. So you can never be too hard on yourself. Well, I guess you can if you're over dramatic, I guess, but just stay realistic with yourself and set goals, and definitely continue practicing and getting better at skating and stick handling and shooting. Well, defenseman shooting, maybe a little bit.
Hey,
Maybe more body checking, because I want to see some highlights.
We'll get you some.
agreed.
I definitely want
don't
to
be
see,
afraid to go score.
and I kind of want the video of you taking out your dad too.
Okay.
So
I could do that.
awesome. Even if it's a hook, even if you hook him down, I still want the highlight, and we'll show it.
I shot him with the puck in the shin before.
Was he wearing shin
He was in
guards?
No.
Oh.
He
Did
had
you
a
leave a
little
mark?
bruise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got a bruise. Okay. Well, you tell him wear the correct equipment.
Yeah. Now he knows not to mess with you.
Yeah.
So what are your
So-
goals for the next season?
To score more
Score more.
and pass like way more. Like I pass a lot, but like more.
I bet
Okay.
Dan has a good cheat for you for scoring more.
Yeah.
Are you a righty or a lefty?
Righty.
Okay. If you're coming down the left-hand side, cut across the top of the circle, use the defenseman as a screen, and shoot it.
I do that a lot.
Okay, good. Oh, there you go. You already got the cheat code.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at that.
You're teaching her well over there.
Well, it's the Northeast. They know how to play hockey.
Yeah.
So, what got you into playing hockey?
Probably my dad. I like watched him since I was little play, and I always wanted to play. Then my brother started doing it, so I'm like, if he could do it, I could do it.
Heck yeah.
Are you better than your brother?
At roller I am, but the rest probably not.
Okay.
Deck is probably better than me.
Okay. What makes a good player in deck hockey? Is it just being fast?
Yeah, I have really bad endurance. since I got surgery. I had good endurance and then I lost it. I got to build
Oh.
it back up.
Okay. Well, I'm not one to run, so I'd probably be terrible at deck hockey as well.
You can just
Running's-
play goalie.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I hate running, so it's either that or just become a super lazy defenseman.
No.
No, no. I hate lazy. Don't be lazy. Run until you die.
I'm with you on that. I get a little worked up when my guys are being lazy.
Yeah, you yelled at your guys last weekend.
Well, they're supposed to be practicing for the tournament, and they're out there just letting guys go by them. They're like, "Oh God, don't go past me."
Oh, that's another good
frustrating.
question in the chat. So, question in the chat: are there any roller girls that play roller that you look up to? Do you know of any?
No, I know a lot of boys though.
Well, what players do you like that you look up to?
Like in the NHL, you're talking about?
Oh, NHL, pro roller. I mean, whoever. Who's your favorite NHLer?
My dad. Oh, like for roller hockey, my dad. For
Okay.
NHL, I like a goalie. I like a goalie for NHL. I like Sorokin.
Okay, all right. Well, you are on the island, so the Islanders. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's not a terrible choice. I mean, he's a gold medalist for your pick, choosing your father. I can say, any chance you get to look at any highlights for women's roller, I would. There's some very good women's roller players. Kyle Kraft is one of them. Oh man, I forgot. There's a plethora of them out in California for sure. Palma's got a bunch of them. You're right. Yeah. There's even there's a team with a V on the front. I can't remember what their team name is, but they're definitely, search up women's roller. Even the influencer online, she's from Massachusetts, Rhea. Justin, you're muted.
Yeah, she's good.
Rhea's good. She's very good. I'm pretty sure she put one of our guys into the boards when we played them at is that Nashty?
Yeah,
Or Wish?
Nashty.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm very happy to have you on as a guest. I mean, like I said, you're the first female roller player that we got on our show.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Before we start talking Impact Eats, what is your goal for like team-wise? Like, whether it's Impact, Munchkins, or Snipers or Black Ice. Like, what's your team goal?
I would think like even if we're losing like 8-2, like never to give up, like just to keep on going.
Okay. All right. How many penalty minutes do you usually get?
A lot.
It depends on if we've had a nice talk or not.
Okay.
Deck I have a lot. Roller a couple.
Oh, you're vicious in deck?
Yeah.
What kind of penalties?
She's vicious in roller too. Don't let her fool you.
What kind of penalties do you get?
Like everyone slashing, cross-checking, fighting.
Fantastic. Fighting?
Well,
now I know you hang out with Wanda too much.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the
impressed.
game tournaments.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
On the beast.
Yeah. She got a little emotional that game.
Okay. All right. Justin, I think you got a
cool.
question. I cut you off.
Yeah, I was thinking about a lot of things. I wanted to say, first of all, cool shirt. I just noticed that was a champion shirt. Very cool. So you're 12 now. Do you have hopes of maybe playing pro in the future or in the college?
Yeah, I was playing women's minor in Cali like a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. And I was
Very
watching the
cool.
pro and like they're like really good.
Okay. How'd you do in Cali?
We did pretty good. I played for the OC Blades for 12U. We got second.
Okay.
And for the women's minor, I think we got 4th. We did pretty good. We only lost 2-0 though for playoffs.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you were on the bench when they scored.
Yeah.
That is so
Okay.
frustrating.
But hey, I mean, you're setting realistic goals. You're doing a lot of great things. You not many players, including myself. I have never gone to the Cali and played. So you got something on me. You got something on a lot of guys that have been playing hockey for a while. So, I mean, that's awesome.
And she helped paid for her own stuff. Like, she was so set on going to Cali. Like, she was like, I have money saved up. I will spend my money to go to Cali because I want to do this.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. I remembered what I was going to say earlier. Use everything that Wanda tells you and learn from her as a leader, and use that to become a good captain for your teams in the future. Because I think that that's really important, especially something to instill into young players. Because you're not always going to have a coach to hype everyone up. Sometimes you're going to have to do it.
And stop getting kicked out of tournaments.
Yeah. He's
So
right.
those are definitely the two places to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one's definitely easier than the other.
Yeah.
Because especially at your age, not every boy or girl wants to listen.
Yeah.
Some kids think they're hot shots, even when they're not. You probably have already experienced some of that. But the easier one is probably going to be controlling yourself, having the right mindset, going in with the right mindset, taking criticism from Wanda and making changes. So, you have done more things than a lot of people already, and I wish you the best of luck.
Me too.
Thanks.
Do you have any tournaments you're going to this year?
Yeah, I have one in Tampa, St. Louis. This month I have one in Marple. What
Okay.
else? I probably have more. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm guessing you're playing with either the Snipers or Black Ice in Marple.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Those are two solid organizations, so not many people can say they've played for them.
Yeah.
So
humble.
yeah. She could have
You
came
can
out and
be a
like,
little bit-
yeah, that's me. I just do this. But no, she's super humble, and she's all business. It's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When's your
Yeah.
next game?
What's today? Thursday? This Saturday. Actually, no, I'm missing it. So probably next week on Wednesday is playoffs.
Okay.
But I'm missing my games this Saturday because I'm going to Florida for vacation.
It's not a terrible trade-off.
Yeah, we're going to miss her.
Get out of the cold, being a little more warmer weather. If you're lucky, it's warm enough to go to the beach. So, but yeah. So I got to ask you this, since we're kind of shifting over to Impact Eats, has Wanda ever yelled at you for touching your food too soon?
Yeah. A bunch of times. I just can't hold it anymore. I need to eat.
I mean, I'm right there with you. The first time I met Wanda I was about to touch my food. She said, "Don't touch your food. I need to take a picture." She goes, I'll stab you with the fork."
Oh, yeah, I was there for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was there.
So I think
Yeah,
I was the one to get yelled at that time. So
There's always somebody. For anybody who doesn't know, Impact Eats has their own Instagram page where everybody's food is when we go out to eat. That actually started as a joke too. One of the guys at the rink at Rapid Fire, where we usually are, said, "Do you guys go to tournaments to play hockey or to eat food?" Because Phil was tagging everybody on Facebook at all these places we were eating. So then we kind of just made that a joke, made Impact Eats. And I take everything very seriously, so you will not touch your food. You will be stabbed. Only one guy lost an eye once. No.
Plug the account. What is it? At Impact Eats?
It's Impact Eats. Yep.
Okay. Everybody go follow.
yeah, Absolutely.
Exactly. Worth it. It looks
Viewer
like a
says
burger.
the viewer says phone eats first.
Yep.
So
And I'm going to tell you, Bree is probably going to be our poster child for Impact Eats also.
okay.
All she does is eat. She's playing hockey and she's eating and she's babysitting my kid. That's what she does.
Bree, what's your favorite food?
Probably hibachi chicken.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. She went fancy. She was like, I could have went pizza. I could have went hot dog. I could have went burger. No, hibachi chicken.
I'm with her on that.
Absolutely.
That's fun to go. Do you like to go and watch him get all crazy with it, or do you not even
Yeah.
care about that part?
No, I like it. It's
She's
fun.
like, give me my food, guy.
You're playing it with it too much.
Yeah. I don't care if you light the onions on fire. Just give me my food.
Just like in hockey, you can play with the puck too much, and you can play with your food too much.
How many times did you say Wanda's yelled at you for touching your food too soon?
Too much to count.
What is usually the first thing you grab on your plate?
Probably a French fry.
Okay. Gotta taste the fries. Okay. Oh, they want to know your favorite pregame meal.
A burger.
A burger's your pregame meal?
Yeah. Even after the game, I always ask my dad for a burger. Even during
Okay.
the game, I say I need a burger right now. When I was
Yeah.
playing goalie once.
Yep, she was in net play. She was covering goalie for us that game. We didn't have a goalie. She decided to go in net. And in the middle of the period, she's like, and I'm like, what's the matter? I'm thinking like her equipment's loose or something's going on. She's like, I need a burger. I'm like, in the middle of the first period, what is going on right now?
Yes.
We got cannolis, we got pancakes, we got ribs. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
we
food on
just
there.
had Heffy on, Mr. Heffy's Stefano Cantali, and he was talking about a video where he ate a hot dog mid-game. So maybe you can pull something like that up.
Yeah, Breeze gets off her shift or she gets on for her shift and she's got hot dogs she's just jamming in her mouth and just trying to skate out there.
I mean, she's had chicken parm before a game. Like,
God.
she just, for her father's the same way. We know where she gets it from. He does the same thing. He has to eat right before his game. Food fuel that works for them. I don't know.
That's the opposite for me.
And
For deck, I can't. I'll throw up. For roller, I'm gonna eat.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm a candy guy, so I just munch candy most tournaments, so that's what I'm known for. Where's Dan? Oh, he's got his hand stuck in a bag of candy.
Yeah.
So usually
Phil's a pretzel guy, like a soft pretzel. Like
Okay.
when we go away, like Wawa, that's all he really will eat before a game.
Good choice, Phil.
I mean, carb loading.
Yeah.
And, there's much salt that could be on it. And he could be dehydrating himself as well. Who knows?
No,
That's why
it's
Impact always
electrolytes.
has waters. We
Yeah.
always have waters.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's interesting that we're eating chicken parms and we're eating burgers before games.
Hibachi chicken.
Hibachi chicken. I need a few hours to digest.
She's making me hungry just talking about all this food.
Oh, let me text my wife. I need a burger right now. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, we appreciate you coming on, Bree. We, like I said, first female athlete on our podcast. So you can, we can get you a certificate. You can hang it on the wall. And if we become big, you can just be like, hey, I was the first female athlete on that show.
Thank you.
But we can't pay you.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe when I see you, if I see you, I'll buy you a burger or hibachi chicken or
Maybe we can get her one of these cool shirts.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We got to see if we got the size because we got Even an adult small might be too big for her. So we'll see. We'll see.
Small.
So we'll
She'll
see what
grow.
we can. Yeah, well, yeah, she'll grow into it. She'll have many years to spread the No Offsides podcast.
Yeah.
But
Any
yeah.
closing words?
Any closing words before you go, Bree?
Become a female athlete.
Oh, okay, strong. All right.
I'll do my best.
She wasn't talking to you. She was talking to the viewers.
I'm watching.
Of course. So, well, I have to say we appreciate y'all coming on. It was a blast. Always enjoy talking Impact and kind of what y'all got going on because you guys are super active in the roller hockey community. Especially on the East Coast, there's no team that is as serious as you guys on social media because the Pandas are active on social media, but I can't say that it's actual serious content for the champion Pandas. So it's a lot of terrible cutting and pasting people's faces on things, and I'm sure we'll get
enjoy it.
Yeah, it's funny. It definitely is. It's got some humor to it. But maybe they can hire a Photoshop guy that's on hand to do a little better job. But
Tell him to hit me up.
You're too busy.
I know.
Who's doing all the Photoshop, Jimmy?
You kidding me?
Way.
He barely knows how to use a phone.
It's probably Eric. We'll ask him when he's on the podcast.
Yeah. It's the simple because they're most likely doing it on an iPhone. They hold their iPhone, it crops the face out, they pull it out, and they just slap it on a picture. And they're like,
Perfect.
This was great content. Whereas Impact's very very methodical on their post and very serious, and they are and that's why they're known. Pandas are known for their jokes and whatnot.
Everybody has their
trash
little
pandas.
thing.
Yeah. So, but actually, there's now 2 trash pandas in the world.
There's actually more. There's one at Nashville too that goes.
Oh, so we got 3. So we got to stick all the trash pandas in one division, and winner keeps the name.
Yeah. I want to say thanks for bringing her on. That was really cool. It was a surprise. I didn't know about it. Maybe Dan knew. I didn't know.
I told him about it.
Okay, yeah. That was exciting.
Yeah, there's a comment in the chat that I'm not going to speak on because it's something Phil told me not to speak on. So must be someone you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the nice way to say I don't like a lot of people. And there are some people that are top of the list.
That's fair.
Okay.
But in response to Spano's question, he didn't get hacked hard enough.
Ooh. Okay.
I love that you knew what it was.
All right.
Let's also just let this guy get this. Your buddy Corey wants you to plug his music channel. Just do it.
I don't know it off the top of my head. Hold on. I think
That's
it's
so
C
funny.
Nils. Hold on.
Yeah, C Nils. That's his Instagram. So if you go follow Corey on Instagram, he does a lot of cool jamming around, and he's got an album that just came out. So CNILZ. What L? LLZ. Oh Jesus, I can't read.
CNILLZ.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, he got a gig. He's actually leaving Impact in a couple months. He's actually moving.
Does he have to pay to leave Impact?
He is getting paid.
Well, no, because he's breaking his contract, right? So I mean, contracts were signed. It's February.
Hey,
So,
if we do some travel, he can still come in and jump on any teams that we have. I mean, he's still Impact for life. But it's just sad to see that he's going to be moving shortly within the next few months. I think he said he's going to Los Angeles, so he got a gig there, which is very big.
Nice.
It's like the opposite of summer of '69. He's leaving for music.
First up, LA.
Corey-
Next up, Vegas.
Corey, if you have music that you'd let us play on the show, send it to us.
Absolutely. We'd be more than welcome
'Cause-
to use it. Outro, intro, maybe just, just throw it in there. But yeah, no, that's awesome. We're happy for the Impact family. And who knows, Corey makes it big and then he builds the Impact Stadium and then
There we go.
and then you guys are playing in front of where there's thousands of seats and you get the family out there and fill the seats up.
I guess you could do some family. I mean, Wanda will be commentating, so it might be we might have to put a rating on there.
Or you should have you have to hire a guy to go beep 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 beep. But yeah, it'd be awesome. Corey says absolutely. He's in. Corey's in. So he's going to build a stadium better than Nasher's.
Uh-oh. Eventually, we'll get him to respond.
Eventually, yeah. We mention him every podcast, and Nasher just does not seem to take the bait. So I want revenge.
If you want a couple of their guys, I know two brothers that one played Impact with us. Carter, he's a goalie out of Michigan. We were down a goalie about 3 days before Summer State Wars, and somebody told us about him, and he jumped in. His brother Dylan also plays. So, you guys want some guys on a podcast from the same team?
Okay,
get them on for you guys.
Absolutely, we'll definitely reach out for that because we're always looking for more guests. We're booked up and almost through May. Awesome. So, yeah, and we got some high hitters coming up, and Mike West next week. So,
get ready for that one.
Oh, we've been prepped.
We're a little more serious.
You guys are gonna have a lot of laughs next week.
Oh, that's fantastic! Change of pace is always good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we're glad to have you on. We're happy to have you. Love Impact. The staple, one of the staples of the Northeast, besides some of the, some of the ones that I could put you up with are, that play almost all year round are Suffolk Sting, right? There's some other names that have started to stay around, but you're up there for one of the longer lasting names that have just been on the scene and have been social media hard and just been well known, especially in the Northeast. So we're happy for you. We're happy for Munchkins, Impact family, Impact Eats. I'm hungry now. Bree made me hungry. But yeah,
you guys doing what you do and having a strong social media presence, having a good website, even coming and talking to us, stuff like this. I think the entire roller hockey community benefits from that.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that way.
Well, and not many roller hockey teams have youth programs either.
It's true.
Right. I mean, look at us. We have our teams, right? Our adult teams, and we're struggling to get our youth kids out to tournaments. So, it's tough, but once you get it started and you stick to it, you look like Impact and you have a plethora of kids that want to play for you. So, and that's kind of what roller hockey community is all about, is that camaraderie.
Right.
I feel like I'm the Wanda of our youth. I like to kind of be a little harder on them. It's necessary. I mean, once they get to a certain age, they need to understand that competition is important.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, when you have 16-year-olds with skill, but they don't want to skate and move their ass, then they need to be yelled at.
Right.
So, but
Sometimes you have to make a hard pass.
Yeah, Wanda, we need to borrow you.
Maybe you can do like a series of videos that's just you giving little pep talks. We can just show those before practices.
Yeah. Are you ready for that?
Dan,
I don't know if everybody's ready for all that.
I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows who it'll benefit?
I have some rapid fires if that's where
Yeah.
we're at, Dan.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to kind of go back and forth between you guys.
Go with the hard ones
starting-
because go with the hard ones because I told Phil they're gonna be really easy.
Oh boy, I'm out.
It's not that bad. All right, Phil, you're first. What is the most important personality trait for a hockey player?
Best trait. This is rapid fire. This is hard.
Don't worry.
I don't know. Just being like a team player, like friendliness, being a team player.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, Wanda. What is the most annoying thing a player can do on the rink?
Be lazy.
Can I second
Agreed.
that one?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll third it as well. I mean,
Yeah, fourth.
You forgot the
Unanimous.
slamming of the stick.
Well, yes, the Munchkins. If we're talking strictly Munchkins, the Munchkins are not allowed to slam their sticks if they make a mistake or lose the ball. I lose my bind. I've benched kids, but to me, that goes along with like that lazy thing. Like if like just work. I don't care if you make a
Yeah.
mistake. Just work.
yeah. I mean, hey, you're knocking out the bad habits, and that's if it takes one shift to do it, and
Yeah.
so be it.
Well, and if you're taking the time to slap your stick, you could have been turning around and getting back in the play.
Yeah.
That's why it bugs me.
Yep.
All right. This is a two-parter, Phil. Top
Okay.
outdoor rink.
I'm gonna have to say the Nashville rink.
Okay.
Okay.
Top indoor. You can do two
One
if you
foot-
need.
Well, here's the thing: is it put together already, like a rink that we go to play now, or is it something like for State Wars, for instance, they bring their own rinks, they put rinks together?
Either.
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 I'm probably gonna say State Wars, like the St. Louis rink. I was
Okay.
there the
Okay.
first year I played. I played there. I've been to Michigan, went to Indiana. All their rinks, like ice hockey rinks, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Wanda, what is the most important thing a rink can have for spectators?
Me, because I'm live streaming on YouTube.
That's an awesome answer. All right. Phil, who do you think is the best player in roller right now?
Oh, well, I'm gonna say two because I've played with both of them at one point. I will say Billy Pascali and PJ DiMartino.
All right. Shout out.
We have PJ on in I think 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Just don't tell Shaughnessy I said that because he plays on my team tonight, and I still want to win.
Deal. Hopefully he's not watching. Wanda, what is the best chirp in hockey?
Oh,
Oh man. I don't even know.
They're all too good.
Yeah, you know what? Because I feel like, I don't want to say I'm not a big chirper because I'm more like, I'm just like, you suck, right? Like, I'm not going to say anything fancy. Like, I'm just going to be brutally honest. I mean, with our guys, if anyone wants to hear anything about a ref, listen to us go live. I've got a lot to say about them too. I don't know. Because I don't really chirp. I'm too honest.
she just shoots it straight.
Yeah, that's good. You suck is a really good chirp. Phil, what player have you played with throughout your career that you felt like you've had the best chemistry with?
Best chemistry. I am gonna go with Greg Kubrak.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He-
Greg.
he's
You guys
awesome
learned-
dude.
You guys just
What was
learned
that?
how to read each other's minds?
Yeah. He's just one of those guys. He doesn't bitch or complain. He'll go out there and do what he has to do. And he's also just fun to be around and play with. So
Very cool.
great teammate.
Nice.
We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but we'll go Wanda and then Phil. What is the most rewarding part of working with youth?
Who's first?
Go ahead.
Wanda.
Oh,
Okay.
I get to go first. I mean, there's so much that I think I learned from them too. Right? Like,
cool.
you know, learning how to work with some of these kids and watching them grow, watching them progress. You know, the things I've learned, I think it's helped me grow a lot as a person and help me like help run Impact. And I don't think they realize they do it sometimes, but I definitely think it's super rewarding. It's so much fun. Like I love doing it. Obviously, we keep adding more teams there, but I think them teaching me a lot.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
You second that, Phil?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Pretty much what she said. I mean, realistically, we learn a lot from them. Like there's obviously I won't go too much on it, but there are certain kids that may not be very athletic and have their own type of issues. You learn how to coach them and you get them to be excited to play a sport, even though they might not be the best kid out there. They're having fun doing it. And I think that's kind of more rewarding is seeing those players and those kids being successful and just interacting with the other kids on the team who might be better than them. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I think that's pretty much the best part of it. Like it's just the growth and to see the kids happy. If they're happy, I'm happy, right? We win, we're happy.
I got one, and it's kind of from the chat. Who would you say is Impact's rival?
Ooh.
Because my answer is if you're not with me, you're against me. So it's everybody.
Everyone.
So she's quoting Star Wars now, just to let you know. Are we talking about like men's teams, or are we talking more so like youth, or like?
I mean, probably go. You can go both if you want. I mean,
I mean,
I know. I probably know the youth one.
Which one's that?
The one where Wanda doesn't like the other coach.
Well, I don't think they're much competition. So
Okay.
I mean, realistically, I think if we're saying youth, it'd be a team called the Blue Jackets that plays deck hockey.
Okay.
Every season, it's either us or them in the finals.
And Jay Muro coaches that team.
Okay.
With some of the dads there, but Jay's got a big part in that team. So
that helps.
Yeah.
As far as roller goes, for the men's, I don't really know. Like,
I mean, you could split it up into who would you say your biggest rival
well,
is?
I guess we could shout out the Flamingos on this one.
Okay.
Some of the guys spread off to make their own team, so I guess there's a little rivalry there. But I guess they really haven't got the best of us yet. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Would you say you have a Piha rival?
Not really. I think every season, the best series we always play against is against the Legends. They're a great organization. They have a minor team this year, where we went to 3 overtime games in playoffs.
Dang.
Wow.
We also went 1-1 against them in the regular season. For semi-pro the last couple years, they edged us out of Colorado last year. The year before, we edged them out of finals. We got to go to Marple where the finals were. I think that's probably the most competitive hockey we've played was against Legends.
Corey's saying the Sting.
I think that's more of that's a good hometown rivalry, right?
Okay.
Like we're all at rapid fire. Like, I think, like, I see where that's coming from. That's usually the team to beat.
Yeah.
Trying to beat Jay in anything,
Yeah.
But also, I don't think it's more of a rivalry because we're also friends with Jay. So, like, I don't see that as a rival. If I need guys to play in a tournament or he needs guys, I mean, he can always call. I always at like we work with
Gotcha.
each other. So
that's more of like a friendly battle.
yeah.
Okay.
That's cool though. That's really nice to have. All right, the final and hardest question. You ready?
Oh boy.
Did you guys have fun?
No, Wanda never has fun. Don't let anybody know Wanda can have fun.
Okay, deal.
Well, we're gonna have to do the terrible champion pandas paste of mad Wanda face on top of you for the entire podcast. So before we go, we do have to say that next week, so starting probably tomorrow or Saturday, we'll have a post out. People can like it and be entered into a drawing for a prize from Champion Hockey. What is tomorrow? What is that? Is that the
Legacy Bearings?
Legacy Bearings. So we got Champion Legacy Bearings up for grabs for, if anyone wants to like the post. So how it's going to work is like the post, follow No Offsides podcast, follow Champion Hockey. If you share the post, you get an extra entry. So last time we did a drawing for wheels, for the Champion Gold wheels, people followed. They just forgot to like the post. And so, and then we had people forgot to also tag 2 people in it as well. So it got a little messy, but we're going to try something different this time. Get more people.
The rules will be there.
Yeah.
Just follow them. Because you're going to want these bearings. They're good.
These are the rust resistant ones, right?
Yep.
They're the new rust resistant Legacy bearings. So
I'm going to order some and try them.
Yeah, I might pick up a pair at USRC.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys for coming on. We appreciate you
very much.
And
for us.
And as you both know, there's no offsides in roller hockey. So when you're forechecking, don't let up. I'm Dan Dean.
I'm Justin Wood.
Phil and Wanda, thank you for joining us.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
See ya.
No offside.
Every episode of No Offsides podcast is brought to you by Champion Hockey. Be a champion. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Offsides. This week's episode is brought to you by the Asheville Hockey League. The mission of the Asheville Hockey League is to provide community space for inline hockey in Western North Carolina, empowering youth and adults of all backgrounds through competition, mentorship, skills development, camaraderie, and the love of the sport. This episode is also brought to you by US Roller Cup. Join a revolution in roller. The U.S. Roller Cup is a premier roller hockey tournament series in the United States. Their passion for the sport drives them to create an unparalleled experience for players, fans, and coaches alike. With a focus on promoting roller hockey at all levels, from youth to professional, we are committed to growing the game and fostering a sense of community within the roller hockey world. USRC seeks to spread the love for roller hockey across the nation, connecting players and fans from every corner of the United States. Go to usrollercup.com to register for this year's Winter Nationals, held at SGAA in Snellville, Georgia. The tournament is scheduled from February 16th to the 18th, promising an exciting weekend of competition. with pro prizes up to $9,000 and divisions from 10U all the way up to men's and women's pro. Get your spot today. US Roller Cup. Roller hockey is more than just a sport. It's a way of life.